Maintenance provided villas in Kansas City. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know before you buy or build one, including prices, location, where you can find them around Kansas City, and what maintenance provided actually includes. Throughout the video, we're also going to take you through 3 different versions of maintenance provided villas. We're going to show you a 2-car version, a 3-car version, as well as a twin villa. The only catch is that we're not going to tell you which one is which until the very end. We're going to do our best to hide them. So let us know down in the comments below, which one do you think is the twin, the 2-car, and the 3-car? Now, before we get started with the first house in the video, if we haven't met yet, my name's Nick.
And I'm Jordan. We help people buy and build homes in Kansas City. All of our contact info is on the screen and in the description below.
Yeah, any questions buying, building a home in the Kansas City suburbs, we'd love to help show you the best options. And if you want, we can send you a list of all the maintenance provided options you've got across Kansas City. So without further ado, let's get started with house number 1.
All right, guys, we're gonna get started with this first villa tour. We'll give you a little sneak peek of the main floor like we always try to do. And then we'll catch Nick back here in the entry.
Yeah, one thing we're certainly gonna discuss is those windows. The beam, I love it. The deck follows it. So I'm gonna give you the builder, the floor plan. It's not a dead giveaway because this builder does in fact build 2-car villas as well as twins. So this is the Augusta by J.S. Robinson. 4 beds, 3 baths. We're gonna save the other specs for the end. So let us know, is this the 3-car, the 2-car, or the twin villa? But starting with the entry, we got 8-foot doors throughout the main floor. Nice and heavy decorative glass. And I know, Jordan, you're a big fan of these wide entries.
Yep, I like how wide it is, how much room there is to greet and, you know, say goodbye to people. Really, really
Absolutely.
nice.
And I like that you got the decorative glass as well in the light fixtures. I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it kind of matches a little bit, doesn't it?
It does. But nice thing about this plan and most of the plans you'll see in this video, you usually are going to find an office off of the entry. So you got those big casement windows. They already did the shades, which is not typical for spec homes like this, but this one is an incredible price for the value you get. Then tall ceilings, you got a closet in the corner. It's not a walk-in, which is pretty typical of an office. I think it's staged very well.
Now, this could be a bedroom. You do have a closet, right?
Absolutely.
Right off the entryway. And then I like how they did the French doors, Nick. I do too. I like French doors.
And I like that there's no glass panel, right? So if you do use it as an office, nice and private, quiet, you can get all your work done. But starting right here, we're actually gonna put the floor plan on the screen. We'll kind of break this down. You get a full bath around the corner from the office. You've also got a coat closet. And then on your right, we've actually got the boot bench, garage entry, laundry room, and master closet. So we're gonna start with the full bath on the main floor.
All right, so you do kind of have almost a little hallway here. You do have a coat closet and then little vault in the ceiling. Nice tile, really nice vanity. I like this vanity, Nick.
Yeah, I do too. I thought it was pretty neat. It looks like granite.
Cool slab.
But coming back to the main floor, what I like about this plan, you got this staircase, and it's tucked right behind the great room. Jordan, I know you're a big fan of that fireplace.
Yep, so I really do like that fireplace. I like the mantle and all the woodwork around it. And I like that tile. I think that's a cool looking tile.
That's right. So engineered hardwood floors, which is very typical these days for new construction writ large, not just villas. What I really like about this is, Jordan, if you back up a little bit, you know, a lot of the time these days we see these lighter stains, just like you see on the floors. But I like all the knots that you see because you've got this darker stain on the stair rail, fireplace, and of course, beautiful beam up top.
Yep, I love the vault. The beam, you know, matches the stain that's around the mantle, and it's very similar to that.
Gives it a really cozy
handrail on the
feel.
Staircase.
So, little foreshadowing, house number 3, we're gonna see a vault very similar to this. So make sure you stick around for it. What I like about this one is I casually bump into the island. Love the window setup, the covered patio. It follows that same roof line. So that could easily be screened in. We'll go out there in just a second. But Jordan, we've got another big dining room.
So this dining room is huge. I mean, that table, 4 chairs. You could easily put a 6-seat table in there. Really good size.
Now, J.S. Robinson does have quite a few plans. And in the first video I did in this community, I actually took everybody through it. So it's pretty neat because it's actually got a separate formal dining room off of the entry. And then I believe it's got an office there as well. So these villas, even though they're villas, doesn't necessarily mean they're smaller. But I like this one. It's got a nice cozy feel. You've got the decorative glass once again.
Yep.
So everything's tied together.
Matches that front door.
And then what did you think of the posts here in the island?
So I like it. It breaks it up. You know, a lot of times you see the waterfall or you see a whole cabinet there. It's just something different. It's a little unique.
We got a quartz slab and then painted cabinets. I like that you got a hint of gray. It pulls out some of the gray that you see in the veins on the countertop. 5-burner gas range, ton of storage both sides, as well as a pretty big perimeter. Downlighting, everything in this house. We've got soft close drawers, doors, and then of course fridge built in, and then stacked profile series microwave and oven. I'll get out of your way. We've also got a butler's bar area or prep area in the pantry.
Yep. So you do have a little workspace here in the pantry. Tons of shelves. You've got that high gloss enamel paint, Nick.
That's right. That's right. So if stuff gets up against the wall, it's not going to leave marks, which is very typical when you've got flat paint. But I love all the windows here. You got the window treatments already in, and nice tall door. Jordan, I know it's cold, so
It is cold. It is
quick.
December here in Kansas City, guys. Winter is here.
Now you'll see this on not just villas, but also single family homes as well. You got the privacy screen, which is really nice. I like the shadow box because it gives it depth, but that vault, you see it one more time.
Love how they match the vault to the interior of the home. Really,
that's right. And you can screen this in pretty easily. What I love about this outdoor living space, you do have a little bit of a retaining wall, but Jordan, as you kind of van to the right a little bit, bonus patio space. So if you got the grill, the smoker, Jordan, I know you're a big fan of at least having some space for it.
Oh yeah. Yep. We're in Kansas City, dude. I don't have a smoker, but I do have the Blackstone and I've got the gas grill. So that's what we use.
Everything tastes better on the grill for the most part.
Yeah.
All right. So coming into the master suite, we've got a box vaulted ceiling. I love that they added recessed lights.
Yep.
Not all builders include those recessed lights. So
it's really nice how they trimmed it out too with the crown molding inside of that box and underneath on the outside of it.
That's right. So you got the window treatments, 2 casement, 1 picture window in the middle. The carpet in here, you've got some upgraded, I think an upgraded pad and probably a higher thread count carpet. So definitely not the standard that you see.
This is a big room too, Nick. That's a queen bed. Those are huge end tables on each side. And then you do have dresser opposite. You could put a couch or something there, sit down table to put your shoes on.
Absolutely. So we got French doors coming into the bathroom. Jordan, take a look at this. It's almost glowing.
Yep.
My bet's on granite. It might be marble, probably granite.
Very, very cool surface there.
Very neat. So light fixtures, framed out mirror, you got the crown molding there. And then if we turn around, you've got a built-in tub, which is standard for a lot of builders. So you do have an option if you build to upgrade to a freestanding tub, shades included,
Yep.
and then water closet to your right. And we've got a fully tiled, big old shower here with a nice little ledge.
I like this shower, Nick. Perfect size. You do have the little spot where you can sit down, tile all the way to the ceiling.
That's right. And of course, with a lot of these homes nowadays, you have huge closets, lots of space in this one, several places to hang. And then Jordan, to your left, we've got another linen closet in here.
Yep. Another closet, turned around.
And then laundry room connected to the master. You can also enter from the garage entry, but you get a nice tabletop here, built in up top, hanging space. It's all tiled out. And then I think this is pretty neat. You do have enough seating, but you also have these built-ins to the right, which are really nice. We don't always see that. And then tons of storage space above and below. Now, we'll give you kind of a sneak peek of the lower level.
Now they went with the high tread carpet in the stairs, Nick. I like that carpet.
Which most builders will do, the kind of luxury upgraded carpet. I like that the landing is the engineered.
Yep, matches the main level.
But we're not going to go into all the details here because we still want to make sure that you can compare all three of these homes. So we've got one bedroom to your right, straight back. We've got a full bathroom as well as another bedroom. You got a walk-up bar. And I like that they went with the darker stain, right? The same one you saw upstairs. It looks like an owned granite. I think granite. Yeah.
Yep. Owned granite. It's got that little texture to it. I do like that. I do like that backsplash, that tile.
Yeah. And then
Pretty
if
cool.
you turn on your left, you've got this whole kind of card room, card table area, right? Ping pong table, something like that. Perfect little cutout there for it.
I mean, this is a really good sized rec room. I mean, you got 2 spaces you could do something with. And that first bedroom, Nick.
Yeah, let's get a sneak peek.
It's huge. So, and you do have huge egress windows down here, and those are sliders, which is really nice, lets in lots of airflow.
Now, before we go and show you property number 2 in this video, Jordan, the price range for villas. There is a huge range. We found anything from 250 all the way up to 2 million. What would be the most common to see around the metro?
Yep. So from the data that we pulled, that median price, $585,000, that's all across the metro. And a lot of that has to do with location, which we'll get to later on in the video.
Yeah, it's skewed a little bit, so make sure you stick around. We'll explain why that's the case, but you can find these villas all across the Kansas City metro. Now, I do want to give you an idea, what could you expect at one of the lower price points, $250,000. Jordan, probably a slab foundation.
Yeah, $250,000, it's probably going to be on a slab, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Usually around 1,000 square foot, 1 or 2 car garage.
That's right. So what you would lose, at least compared to this one, is that lower level, the wet bar, the extra bedrooms down there, just a little bit smaller footprint. But if you like to build, they can be built pretty quickly because they're just a smaller home. Now, higher price range, these can go all the way up to the multi-millions, right? Yep. And we actually toured Regents Park not too long, a few weeks back. Beautiful homes. You had the concrete tile roof. You had it stubbed out for an elevator. It was like 4,000 square feet.
Synthetic stucco, all 4 sides.
That's right. So really the major difference in price is definitely location, which is true of all real estate, but more often than not, it's the size of the house as well as the level of finishes inside.
Yeah, so at that higher price range, I mean, you're looking at 4,500 square foot, 4 or 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, just really luxury villas.
That's right. And really what we're getting to, TLDR, most prices for villas are going to be around $450 up to like $650 or $700 around Kansas City. And you do have outliers and price points on both sides. So no matter what your budget is, if you're looking for a villa in Kansas City, we're going to share more as to where you could find those here after property number 2. We're in house number 2.
Give them a little sneak peek.
Couple things that are very familiar based on the first one.
Yeah, we saw a beam in the last house. We got one more to show after this too.
That's right. That's right. So you've got 2-tone kitchen cabinets, some really neat upgrades. But Jordan, I know we just talked about pricing. And I think the point of this video is these come in a ton of different shapes, sizes, layouts, everything in between. Mm-hmm. This one has a nice and cozy feel to it. So if you're not looking for something huge, this could be a good option. But what do we got here?
Yep. So this is the Haven by Lambie Homes. This is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath villa. We're gonna get into the specifics at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. As you come in, it's nice and open. You've got the dining room here at the front of the home. I love how they did this box vault ceiling. You've got the crown molding in there with the recessed lights. And one thing I really like, Nick, is this coffee bar. This is probably, 5 feet wide at least.
I like that too. And this enamel color, it goes so well with the floors. And then around the corner, we'll show you the hall bath. It's got a countertop that it ties in these gold fixtures. You'll see them throughout the house.
Yep, and talking about those floors, Nick, you can feel the wood grain.
Yeah.
But if you swing around here, they do have a built-in office, which is really nice, and they've got that pocket door to save some space.
Yeah, these are really neat. I like the kind of utility room, built-in office setup, and then you also have the tower going all the way up. So the benefit is if you don't need a huge office, you don't have to sacrifice a bedroom in this one. But Turning around, we've got the powder room, and they've carried the engineered hardwoods in here. You got the darker enamel color, and Jordan, this countertop, I think, ties it all in very, very, very well. It's most likely granite, framed in mirror, and then up top, you've got that gold light fixture. Now, you do have the hall closet right here, but we are going to turn around. We'll get to that kitchen.
Yep, so I love this island. It's extra wide. I love the countertop. We've seen this in several other homes. It's got the gold veining in it. You do have extra wide sink here. Slide in gas oven range. Really like that as well. You even got the two-tone on the top, Nick.
That's right. That's right. I love the kind of ceramic tiles. I think, we toured one of Lambie's very, very, very nice villas a couple of weeks ago, and I think they had a similar selection there.
Yeah. Now you do have this nice built-in pantry here. Really, a lot of storage space in there.
That's right. So I know most of you most likely are going to oftentimes use the garage entry, and that's what we've got right around the corner.
Yep. And you also have these built-ins here. A lot of space in this kitchen.
How could I forget? Those blend right in.
Yeah.
I almost walked right past them.
It's really nice. I mean, you could kind of consider that coffee bar over there. Maybe that's a buffet table, or you can use that when you have guests over to put food out. So in the mud room, coming off the garage, couple of different built-ins, drop stations. You do have really nice built-in boot bench. I love how they have the cubbies up here with the crown molding on the trim.
Yeah, this garage entry, this is loaded. Everything's here, and granted, you do have the laundry component to it.
And you do have the laundry off to the side with some built-in cabinets, and then your hangers and shelves.
Tons of built-ins. Wow. And then, will you open that door for us real quick? You got another hall closet.
Do have a hall closet.
Linens, very, very nice. And this is right off the master closet, which is to your left. So we'll get to that here in just a second. We're actually going to back up a little bit.
We got to swing around and show the great room.
So very similar setup that we saw in the preview. You got the vault, which is really nice.
Yep, they have the stairwell tucked behind as well, like that previous house, Nick. So like Nick said, you have the vaulted ceiling, you have that stained beam going down the middle. I know you like that stacked stone, right, Nick?
I do. I'm a big fan of stone in general. I love the look. Stained mantle.
Let us know in the comments, stacked stone, mortar stone, or brick. What do you like?
Actually, I like the mortar better, but I like stone in general. So it's split hairs at some point. But again, you got a nice cozy. It's all open to the kitchen. And I like, Jordan, that you've also got these extra floor outlets here. Not all builders do that, so it's certainly nice to see.
Yep, that's really nice, especially with a lot of furniture these days, couches that have the electric recliners. You can put it up against that stairwell.
All right, Jordan, screen and porch here.
All right, this is a really nice porch, Nick. Really good size, totally screened in. What I like about this, the master bedroom, this is the wall for the master bedroom. It sticks out, so it really gives you a lot of privacy from your neighbors. That's right.
Now, you do have a fan out here. You've got a couple different outlets. I like that it's screened in because a lot of people ask for that, but what they actually did here is they upgraded the screen. So you don't have framing in the middle, anything like that. It's a full view screen.
All right, Nick, let's check out the master.
All right, it's cold out, so I'm not complaining.
And it's super cold this morning.
It is.
But luckily tomorrow, it's gonna be warmer.
I know, we're kind of clinging to those days this time of year. So master suite, look at this. Again, a little familiar.
Yep, you got another vaulted ceiling, another beam, just like we saw in the living room. You know, they staged this really nice. This is a pretty big room here, Nick. And you've got seating over here on this wall. You have seating in the corner by you. Also have a dresser.
I like the size. I do.
Yeah, this is a really good size room. I love how they have the French doors coming into the master bath. Extra wide double vanity here, double sinks.
Now, the last villa, not all villas are necessarily smaller. This one, it certainly has less square footage, and that's because we're trying to show you several different options, several different price points. But one thing that comes up, Jordan, is what about the tub in the primary bathroom? And what we're starting to see is I would maybe go as far as 60%, 40% do not have the tub. Would you say that's kind of in the ballpark?
Yeah, that's probably about right.
So it all just depends on what you're looking for. But you do get a nice oversized shower.
And we talk to a lot of people too that they
don't
don't
want
even
it.
want
I
the
know.
tub. So yeah, really nice glass frame shower. I love this.
It's funny. I talk to a lot of people who want the tub but don't use it, but they like the look of it.
It does look cool. I mean, it just, you're like, wow, that's really nice.
Really does. So yeah, gold hardware. You got the frameless shower door there, and then you do have the water closet off to your right. But
that's a really good sized water closet too.
It is. So turning around, I don't know if I got a good shot of the vanity, but painted and trimmed out mirror, and then you've got that dark enamel color quartz tops, and then you got some gold hardware.
Yep, and those are nice updated fixtures as well.
They are. So coming in here, this is where we were earlier, garage entry, but this is the master closet.
Master closet.
Knockdown texture.
Yeah, and tons of hanger space in here as well. Plenty of space, built-in shelves, shoes, blankets, whatever you need to stuff in.
Great flow to the plan. As you'll see, we're going to kind of go out and around.
Yeah,
and
now we got to go downstairs.
Take a look downstairs, which downstairs, really neat little bonus space.
I really like the layout down here. You know, you come off the stairs, you have your little rec room, and then also the bedrooms are very private.
And we've got, is it 1 or 2 down here?
So 2 bedrooms, but they did the high tread carpet. We'll start in this rec room. It's really good size. You've got casement windows.
That's really neat. Okay.
Yeah.
And 2, they didn't have to do the egress, right? Because this is not a bedroom. So they chose to do it to get you a little bit more natural light, and a pretty good size here.
Yep. And you do have quite a bit of storage underneath the stairwell back here, Nick.
That's right. I like how it's staged. I think this is a great setup.
Yeah.
TV on the wall. And I like the staircase kind of divides the living from the sleeping areas.
Yeah, so it kind of gives that, adds that privacy. And the bedrooms are also opposite ends.
Nice.
So bedroom 1 here, this is another casement window in the basement.
Very neat.
So that's a big upgrade.
You got a walk-in closet, and then around the corner, you've got the shared bathroom for this level. Quartz countertops, gold fixtures, and then you got the tiled shower. Look at that glowing gold shower rod there. That's pretty neat. You have some storage for linens.
Built-in linen closet here.
Finally, you've got the last bedroom, the egress, the casement window, and then I'm going to show you kind of the size of this. You do have another walk-in closet here. Now, in the pricing section of the video, we discussed how they're skewed a little bit, and that's because of one area where you'll find more maintenance provided villas than anywhere else in Kansas City. That would be Johnson County. So what we want to point out is they're not just in Johnson, they're all over Kansas City. We want to give you a couple examples. So
starting with Falcon Lakes up in Baser. So that is not just a villa community. They do single family homes, twin villas, standalone villas, estate lots, and it surrounds a golf course. So it's a really great community. People riding around on their golf carts.
It's really neat. And then, so that was on the Kansas side. Hopping over to the Missouri side, not too far away, Jordan, we've got Cadence.
Yep, you've got Cadence, super close to the airport, easy access to Zona Rosa, really nice community.
That's right, and the builder we're about to show you, home number 3 here in a second, same builder that builds in Cadence. And then I think a couple other examples, you've got the one we're in right now, Bristol Highlands, Lenexa versus Shawnee. We're back over to Johnson County. This, you've got every different type of, you got a manor, single family homes, you got estates, you got the twin villas, you've got 2-car garage villas and 3-car. And then a couple more examples. We're actually about to head to Boulder Hills, which is in Olathe. They've got a lot of different types of, they've also got single family homes, and then final mention here, got Regents Park, Leawood, Kansas, some
super luxury villas, 4,000 or 5,000 square feet, 4 or 5 bedrooms, really, really nice. All right, guys, villa number 3 for the day. Give you a little sneak peek of the main floor here, and then we're gonna swing back to Nick in the entry.
Now, before we planned out which of these homes we were going to show you, Jordan and I, we went back and forth on a couple different options. We're showing you this one. It's not staged, but it's such a unique plan, we had to put it in this video. So this is the Mira by SAB Homes. 3 beds, 3 baths. We'll give you all the specs here at the end, and we'll tell you whether this was the 2-car, 3-car, or twin villa. And this entry, a couple of things I like about it. One, you got all the natural light side lights, you got the transom up top, which is a very unique shape.
I love how they trimmed it out as well, Nick.
I do too. The crown molding up top. This is actually the garage entry as well. So everything feeds in to one spot. We obviously can't show you that one just yet, but boot bench, you got the built-in shelves, the gray enamel. And just like a couple of pretty much all of the plans, they've had some sort of office. This one has a full secondary bedroom right off that entry. So 2 casement windows. What I love is the accent wall. SAB tends to do a lot of upgrades, even in their spec homes, which is nice. And you also have a pretty deep, actually it could be a walk-in closet.
Yep, I would consider that walk-in. If not, it's just extra deep.
Now out here, we've got our full bath, tons of upgrades in there too.
Yep, tile all the way to the ceiling, around the tub. Very nice. Extra wide vanity.
Darker enamel color.
Yep, I do like that enamel. It matches the accent wall, Nick.
Now we do have a hall closet, but come back to it. So Jordan, one of the things I really like about this, you know, we've seen, this is home number 3. You're noticing up top, you got the darker stain here as well. And this flooring isn't too far off from at least house number 2.
Yep. The difference that I'm noticing, the planks are wider.
Yeah, they are a little bit. Now this, we're gonna come to it here in a second. Gotta make this point here. This is why we're showing you this one. Huge, the tallest ceilings, big vault, lots of beams, but we'll really focus on the kitchen here.
Yep. For a reverse plan, you don't see ceilings that tall.
I know.
Very rare.
I'm a big fan of this one, and they can build this in several different configurations. So a couple of things that I really like. You've got the blue tone to this darker enamel color. The hood, you got that arch, same as the window you saw on the entry. And then you've got this kind of ceramic glaze backsplash, which has a nice look to it. One of the standard things that SAB does by default that I like to see is they've got outlets tucked under the cabinets, and you've also got down lighting. So it's really nice backsplash, especially if you build and you spend some money there. You don't have these face plates with, that are kind of discolored, they don't look the best. You got those tucked under the cabinets. You got a 4-burner gas cooktop, and then you've got the stacked microwave oven. Profile series is quite a hit at several different price points. But one thing I want to point out is you've got this blue kind of vein through the countertop, which I think goes really, really well with the hood and that darker color. But Jordan, why don't we get a shot? There's a motion sensor in there.
Yep, so you do have a walk-in pantry here in the corner. Very good size, got that light to come on. And then you have your stacked microwave and oven. You also have a little coffee bar built in right here, which is nice. And one thing about this island, Nick, pretty big island.
Pretty big island, so you're gonna have seating right there. And I know if you're just looking at the video, it's hard to figure out, what happened to the dining room. So this is actually the dining area. So you've got island, seating at the island, dining room table here. And then you've got your great room. So a couple of things I really like. Beams, it's a must. If you build a home with a vaulted ceiling like this, you almost have to do the beams. Gives it a really nice look.
I love how the vault carries all the way from the kitchen through the great room. You've got multiple beams. I love all the windows too.
Yeah, I do too. I like, especially outside, and we'll show it in a second, I like the beams out there at the roof line. But again, you've got the darker enamel color, you got like a vertical shiplap going all the way up, dry stack stone below, the darker stain, and then of course you've got the built-ins and floating shelves there as well. Now stepping outside, we've got the covered patio here. You can see the windows. I love the layout of those. And then you've also got some modern light fixtures on both sides.
Yeah, I like those light fixtures. I think those are super cool.
Now, keep in mind, it just depends. I would willingly sacrifice the fan happily for this vaulted ceiling here. But again, love the beams. Love the beams. They look great. Makes the plan what it is. And then you've got composite deck material on the stairs going up. But coming back inside, we have the master suite and then the lower level. So you got some floor outlets right here. Master suite, you got a nice closet, linens right there, perfect. And then you've got a huge, and at this price point, it's very impressive, huge laundry room.
Yep, you do have a sink in here. You've got built-in counter space, fold laundry, and then your shelves and hanger space.
And it looks like they did the quartz on that countertop, which is really nice. Here we go, the master suite. So, box vault. You've got the fan in the middle, it's got the lights on it, and then what you can't really see is they've upgraded the carpet, so definitely a thicker pad than House 2, maybe a little bit more dense carpet material itself.
It's nice and soft too.
Very
I do like
soft.
that. And it's hard to tell without furniture in here, but this is a really good sized room as well.
That's right. If you build a home, this is the wall. This is where you want to do your accent wall. Jordan, I know we've seen quite a few. There are the acoustic slats.
Yeah.
We've even seen like hardwood floors sometimes, the geometric shapes. What would you put right here?
I like the subtle, probably 1x4s or something like that. Just a simple pattern. That's probably what I do. Now, color-wise, I don't know. I'd have to leave that up to my wife to choose the color.
French doors, you got tile everywhere here. And then they actually did upgrade to the freestanding tub. So again, a lot of builders, the built-in tub is going to be standard. This is quite the upgrade to make. But I like that you got two separate vanities, trimmed out mirrors, and then they even included a transom window up top, which gives you some light without the privacy.
And not just separate vanities, but you have a his and her closet as well, Nick.
Oh, wow, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay.
And that's a huge shower.
This is a massive shower. So you do have a frame here, and then I like the, we've got the herringbone in the niche right there.
Yeah, matches the floor. Very cool.
This would be the other closet.
Yeah, I think this one's a little bit bigger than that first one. And then you do have your water closet as well.
Very neat. Well, let's take a look down in the lower level. You know, we walked through this before we started filming, and you said this is a pretty neat, this is the lower level that you liked. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I love the living room, the vaulted ceiling and the beams. Here's a shot of that carpet Nick loves. Very cool pattern in there.
And you got quite the space down here. So I always like to point this out because it's not like the builders have to do this, but when you have the lower level, you definitely want it to feel like a living space and not a basement. So one of the ways they do that, you've got this big window well, 3 big old windows down here and some natural light coming in, but pretty big space.
Yep, this is a really good sized space. You know, touching on the windows and the window well, I think it's a must-have if you have a reverse plan. If you have a flat lot, you know, if you have a daylight lot, obviously you're going to get those windows, but you got to have some natural light.
Absolutely, and you also, it depends on what you prefer, but the wet bar is pretty common to see in the lower level.
Yep.
This is your walk up.
I like that darker tile. It's very glossy looking.
You want to take a guess?
Oh, sure. Owned granite.
Yes. Well, granite. Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was owned or not, but I think that backsplash looks really neat.
Good looking wet bar.
Kind of nice shine to it. You do have a little bump out here for the TV, and you've got your hookups down below. And then kind of go a little quicker through this, but this is your bedroom down in the lower level, so you got it right around the corner.
And it's nice that there's a little hallway here, offers that privacy. Good sized room. You've got the window well, slider windows. You have a walk-in closet there in the corner.
You got another one right here. Linens.
Is that linen closet?
You got it.
All right, little linen closet here in the hallway.
Then you've got your full bath.
And a full bath for the lower level. You've got tile all the way to the ceiling. Really nice job in here. Nick, before we go upstairs, one thing we haven't talked about yet today is HOAs and then maintenance provided services by these HOAs. What all does that mean for these villas?
Sure. So it completely depends on the community. So this one, Boulder Hills, for example, they've got amenities in, but not all maintenance provided communities will have dedicated amenities. So it completely just depends. But what maintenance provided really means, oftentimes it's soft maintenance. So things like lawn care, mowing the lawn, snow removal, usually it's above 2 inches, winterizing, de-winterizing the sprinkler systems. And then obviously you've got landscaping, the community monuments, medians, that kind of stuff, as well as like trash and recycle. So there aren't a ton of communities where it's like totally maintenance free, right? When you have things like gutters, roof, siding, there are some communities that do that. Oftentimes it's usually just twin villas and doesn't apply to all 3 different types that we've shown you in this video. So Jordan, I think HOAs, the fees, they can range anywhere from like $250 a month all the way up to some really high
Yeah, it could get very expensive if you have, a community that offers those hard maintenance costs. I mean, that's where it gets pricey.
That's right. And really we'd be talking like the $1 million+ price point at that level. But for the most part, you're going to be somewhere between $200 to $300 a month, which especially in the summer where you're mowing pretty much every week, it certainly levels out and you don't have to worry about it or deal with calling the people to come out and do it for you. So sometimes, like in this community, I think it's $239 a month. That also includes the amenities, which keep in mind, if you bought a home here without maintenance provided, you'd be paying somewhere around like $750, $800 for those amenities. So just to give you some perspective, somewhere between $200 to $300, they take care of most soft maintenance for you. That's what you can expect with a maintenance provided villa. Final part of the video, we're gonna disclose prices, specs, and which home was which. Jordan, throughout all of these tours, there were like dead giveaways.
Yeah, we were closing the blinds. We were trying to take certain camera angles, just trying to keep you guys guessing.
So it could have been a total disaster. And if some of you have already jumped in the comments before seeing this, I completely get it. But hopefully it was engaging and entertaining. House number 1, that was the J.S. Robinson Augusta. It was our 3-car garage detached villa, 4 beds, 3 bathrooms, 2,955 square feet. That probably would have, basement probably was a dead giveaway on that one. And that was on about just under 1/5 of an acre lot, priced at $724,500.
So home tour number 2 today, that was the Haven by Lambie Homes. That was the twin villa in Bristol Highlands. Reverse plan, 2,133 square feet, 3 bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, and priced at $545,000.
That was definitely the toughest one to film because that was the one where we closed the blinds, even the entry is just a little bit smaller, but let us know if you found a major difference between that twin villa and just a smaller villa product. The final one in this video, it was the Mira by SAB. They also build this as a 3-car single family home. So a lot of these different plans that can be the case. This one, it was 2,432 square feet, 3 beds, 3 baths. It had the 2-car garage and it came in at the price of $583,450. So just to wrap it up really quickly, house number 1, it was our 3-car. House number 2 is the twin. House number 3, this one was the 2-car. Now, before you go, any questions buying, building a home in the Kansas City suburbs, make sure to reach out. We go through some of the best communities, builders, and all different types of new construction homes. So whether it's a villa, single family home, give us a call, text, email, and we'd love to help you. That's all for this one. We're gonna leave 2 things on the screen for you. Jordan, I think you're gonna point to the playlist of all of our new home community videos. And right here is the video YouTube thinks you'd enjoy the most. So click either there or here, and we'll see you on the other side.